Today we're back in Gaithersburg. We're talking about the Kentlands Lakelands community. It's kind of all one and the same in the eyes of a lot of other people. Most people who live there don't know where one starts and where one begins and one ends and all that other good stuff. So stay tuned today. We have a fantastic informational video for you. This week's video is a very special one because it is a 2-for-1. The reason it's a 2-for-1 is because not many people know where one starts and where one ends. And to prove that point, I had to text a bunch of friends that I have that live over there. Only one person knew. And the reason that they knew is because they were on one of the local committees over there. And so he had some inside scoop. So today is a very special episode for you, Kentlands and Lakelands community. So the Kentlands Lakelands community is located right off of Great Seneca Highway, right across the street from all the big pharma companies, the AstraZenecas and all that other stuff. Now, in this video, typically I get into, some of the amenities of the neighborhood and what's there for shopping and all that other stuff, but there's just so much stuff there, and we're doing the 2-for-1 that I'm just gonna have to make a completely separate video for all of the shops and restaurants and all that good stuff. So we're going to start with the Kentlands. This community was started in the early 1900s. It goes back to, just like a lot of these other communities in the area, it started off way back in the days, big old farmland, and it's changed hands a couple times and people started building stuff there. But really in the early 90s is when this community that we know it as today was kind of started. It is full of detached single-family homes. There's also some townhomes, and also there's a handful of condos over there as well. Now, this is one of the new urban type communities where they're putting these urban settings in these suburbs and kind of giving people, kind of the best of both worlds. So the one downside that some people might find with the Kentlands Lakelands community is you don't have properties that have huge expansive yards on them. So you are going to be forced to get to know your neighbors, and it's a very friendly community just because it has to be, because your neighbors are right next to you. They don't have an acre separating their plot of land and your plot of land. The bedroom ranges in the Kentlands is going to be between 2 and 6 bedrooms. Obviously, 2 would probably be in the vein of one of the condos, and 6 is going to be one of the single-family detached homes. Bathrooms are going to range between 2 and 5 in each home. Square footage range is going to be from just over 1,000 square feet, and typically that you're going to find that square footage in a condo, and then it goes all the way up to about 5,800 square feet. So pretty large single-family detached homes. Once again, not on huge plots of land, but there are some very beautiful big homes over there as well. In the last 12 months, the listing prices have gone from that $425,000 price point, which is typically going to be a condo or maybe a townhouse, and it's gone all the way up to as high as $1.35 million. Closed price ranges have gone from $280,000 to just about $1.5 million. And with all that being said, the median sales price has been in that $700,000 price point. Is there an association? Yeah, there's an association. There's a bunch of stuff over there. Everything from playgrounds and tot lots to swimming pools, basketball courts, tennis courts, clubhouse with a exercise facility inside there as well. So all of those things cost money. So there are association fees. Typically, your association fee is going to be in that and about that $300 to $400 a month price point. When it comes to walk score, which is extremely important to a lot of people, this is a very walkable neighborhood. They have a lot of amenities right there within the gates, if you will. It's not really gated, but at times it kind of feels like it's its own island. There are a lot of amenities there as well, but everything is very easily walkable. And if it's easy to walk to, it's even easier to bike to. There is ride-on bus system access within the community as well. There are multiple stops throughout. Off the top of my head, I know that there's one right outside the Whole Foods that's over there. So there is access to public transit right there within the Kentlands Lakelands community as well. So now we jump over to the Lakelands. which a lot of people don't know where that even begins, where the other one ends. So I guess technically the Lakelands and the Kentlands, they kind of split and go their separate ways right on Inspiration Lane. But most people have no idea. No idea, because as you get around the community, it has very similar, it's got the same feel whether you're in the Kentlands or the Lakelands. The Kentlands steals the show because they have Kentlands Market Square. So I think they get the notoriety because that was the first part of this community that was built. The back half, or the second part of it, being the Lakelands, that was a little bit later, the late 90s into the early 2000s, when that really started to boom and develop. So just like the Kentlands, the Lakelands are going to have single family detached homes, townhomes, and a couple condos as well. Bedrooms range from that 2 to 5 range, and then bathrooms are in that, 2 to 5 as well. The housing sizes are very comparable as well. So you're going to start out with those condos being at just over 1,000 square feet, and then being able to buy a house in that neighborhood that's up over 5,600 square feet as well. So once again, it's the same concept as the Kentlands, where it's not a whole lot of yard space, but it is a very tight-knit community. The last 12 months, the listing ranges have been from that $400,000 price point to just about $1.25 million as you get into some of the larger homes in the community. Closed price ranges in the Lakelands have gone from just over $400,000 to that $1.425 million price point. With that being said, the median sales point has been just under $700,000. And there's an HOA there as well. So you're going to pay in that $300 to $400 a month usually for all the amenities that the neighborhoods have. The clubhouse, pool, basketball, tennis, there's lakes, and there's a bunch of cool stuff over there. There is a lot of easy access to get all around the whole entire DMV right from there in the Kentlands Lakelands community. It is all one tight-knit community, so everything is extremely walkable. You can ride your bike very easily to get around. And there's also the ride-on bus system that's going to provide some public transit throughout the whole entire DMV, or Montgomery County in particular, but you can get to the metro and all that other stuff using the ride-on bus system. When it comes to schools in the neighborhood, you have the Rachel Carson Elementary School. You'll also have Lakelands Park Middle School, and all of those feed right over to Quince Orchard High School, which is kind of hop, jump, skip right across the road there. If you want more info on Gaithersburg, make sure you check out this video right here. Stay tuned for the upcoming video on the Kentlands Market Square. It's where all the good stuff is.